morning. We are back at the hospital. My daughter is currently at the clinic. My daughter is getting her infusion, and maybe in a couple of hours we'll get to go home. It's already 12 p.m., so I went to go get some food for my kids. Last night, my daughter's gums started bleeding again. It was in a different spot. We followed the same protocol as last time. We called the oncologist, and because it had been bleeding for like 2 hours, he just didn't feel safe to go throughout the night without seeing her. So they sent us to the ER. We ended up getting to the ER at around 8:39 ish, around there. Um, by the time they took her into her room and got everything situated. Um, she needed platelets. They drew her labs, and yeah, she needed platelets. She was at 19,000. A couple days prior to that, we had gone to the clinic, and she was at 40. So it deeped like over 20,000 in like a couple of days. So she got there's a medication that they gave her to stop the bleeding because she was like bleeding as we got there. So they gave her a medication to stop the bleeding, and then from there they had to medicate her, and then give it some time to kick in, and then from there they started the platelets, and by the time everything got done, it was I think it was already gonna be like um 6. It was like 5:40 ish by the time we got home. So we literally spent all night there. Um, and we went to bed. We were supposed to. She has physical therapy today. We came back at around 5:40 ish. So by the time I went to bed, it was like 6 a.m. I put my alarm to wake up to take her to her physical therapy. I just couldn't. I slept through my alarm. So she missed her physical appointment today, but we were able to get a couple hours of sleep. She slept through most of the night when we were at the hospital. I didn't, because one thing that happened is that this is the thing about going to the ER is that sometimes, like, again, oncology is just not their specialty, right? They help pretty much everyone and anyone that goes in there with an emergency situation. So, um, usually the way she gets pre-medicated is like, for instance, Benadryl, right? It's through IV. So they will put it on the pump and have it run like slowly, and they'll like dilute it, like, and they'll put it on a pump so that it runs like super slow, and it doesn't like just like hit her super fast. Well, yesterday they didn't do that, and so when they pushed it kind of slow, but it wasn't extremely slow as your body is used to. So when they pushed it in, she started definitely feeling like she was like dizzy. Her heart was racing, her body was shaking. She was having a reaction to the Benadryl that is supposed to help her with an allergic reaction. So yeah, due to that, she ended up getting some liquids just to kind of see if she could flush the Benadryl a little bit before she got her platelets. So that was another hour that was added to her visit to the ER. And so thank God, everything went well after they did her platelets. She was at 19,000. They checked it. It was, I think, 40 or 41,000. And when we left, um, tomorrow she was supposed to have her clinic appointment, but they decided to move it to the following day just because her platelets are fine. And they did let us know when we went last Monday that if anything, she was probably going to end up needing platelets either Wednesday or Thursday, they said. And yeah, that was correct. So she ended up getting platelets. She's feeling better now. She's not bleeding. And yeah, it's just a matter of staying on top of things and seeing if there's anything that's happening, anything that is abnormal. Then we call the oncologist, and it doesn't matter what time during the day it is. Like, if we have to go to the hospital, we go to the hospital. So yeah, we ended up spending the whole night over there, and today I am feeling a little tired, but yeah, she's doing better, so that's the important thing. I came to the ER last night with my daughter at around 3 a.m. Because she spiked a fever, and she ended up getting admitted because her levels are really low, and they're just gonna keep an eye on her for like 48 hours around there, they said. So coming back to the hospital this time around, it's not even, I feel like my daughter is not struggling with like how she's feeling. She's kind of already used to like the symptoms that she gets with like fever and stuff like that. But I think she's struggling more so with the sacrifices that are gonna happen, especially this weekend. This weekend is her best friend's quinceañera, and obviously they've been planning for months and months, and she was so excited and looking forward to this day to go and be with her friend on her special day. And then like the night before she gets admitted, so she's really upset. She's really upset, and there's a lot of things that, someone being sick with a chronic illness that they lose on. Like, for instance, school. My daughter has not gone to school this whole school year. Is supposed to be her first year in high school, and that didn't happen. In August, when she got the brain infection, she had actually that was September, she had gotten her tickets to go see her favorite artist. They were gonna have a concert. She didn't get to do that because she was admitted. It's just that, and a lot of other things that she has had to sacrifice, and I know she's struggling with that a lot. But yeah, it's just hard. It hurts my heart to see her. So got here with my daughter at We got here at like 3 a.m. yesterday. Actually last night. And they told us she needed to get admitted because she's neutropenic. Her levels are low. So there's like a bunch of different numbers that they look at, like her platelets, hemoglobin, and I think A and C they said. And at that level, I guess that's like her immune system that fights against like infections and stuff like that. That is at 0. Um, and with that being at 0, she's neutropenic, she's at risk of getting infections and things like that. But not only that, they also said that if her skin comes in contact with anything that it thinks is a danger, it'll spark a fever. So right now, we came in last night, they swabbed her for flu, COVID, and stuff like that, and they ran some labs. Everything came back negative, but we're still waiting for some blood cultures just to see if anything grows. Um, if anything grows out of that, but yeah, so we're just waiting. Um, in order for us to be able to go home with how she is right now, negative results from the blood cultures, 48 hours, and then she needs to be fever free for 24 hours. Now, since we got here last night, she has had the fever 3 times. So, yeah, the fever is still consistent. And so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I think her with the ANC and those levels, they said that your body just naturally makes those defenses. But so yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna stay here because if she keeps having the fever, even though the rest of the blood cultures come back negative, she can't go home. So yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but another sad thing is that prior to this admission, they would let me keep my baby here with me day and night. This time around, they did not let me keep my baby. So, and I'm still breastfeeding, so that's gonna be hard if we have to stay here for many days because um, I can't leave my daughter alone and go home and sleep because I breastfeed my baby, but I also don't want to leave my baby hungry. So yeah, it's just hard. I'm gonna have to figure out I need to do something. It is Sunday morning. My daughter had a rough night last night. She had an allergic reaction to one of the antibiotics that was given to her. They did find an infection in the blood culture, so when the doctor comes, they are uh, when the doctor comes, they're gonna tell me a little bit more about it. And they did repeat the blood cultures too, so we'll see what is really going on. And then I guess from there they will also determine kind of like how long the infection usually takes to get treated and stuff, and then from there we'll like kind of have an idea how long we're gonna stay. But yeah, it was a pretty long night last night.